Hi, I'm Gordon from Camera Labs, and in this quick video I'll briefly tell you about the new Canon RF 70-200mm f4L IS-USM, a compact telephoto zoom for the EOS R mirrorless system. It uses an extending barrel that makes it comfortably shorter and more transportable than the previous EF version, although you can of course still adapt that lens if you like. Announced in November 2020 and costing around $1,600 or £1,700, it comes just over 2 years after the previous EF 70-200mm f4L IS-2 USM. And like most RF lenses, it comes at a price premium, costing roughly 50% more than that most recent EF version, which again you can adapt very successfully onto EOS R bodies. But the new RF model is at least around 1/3 cheaper than the RF 2.8 version, and it's smaller and lighter too, of course. The new RF 70-200mm f4L follows a similar strategy to the earlier RF 2.8 model, with both employing extending barrels that allow them to become much shorter at their 70mm focal lengths. Now, when you compare the new RF 70-200 f4 against the older EF 70-200 f4, and they're both at 200mm, you'll see that the new lens is actually almost exactly the same 176mm length. But when they're both set to 70mm, the older model stays the same length, but the new RF model shrinks down to just 119mm long, where a switch can also lock it in place. Weighing 695 grams, it's also almost 100 grams lighter and works out roughly similar in size and weight to the RF 24-105mm f4L. Optical stabilization provides 5 stops of compensation to bodies without IBIS, or up to 7.5 stops of compensation on bodies with IBIS like the R5 and R6. Dual nano USM motors take care of focusing and allow the RF model to focus much closer, down to 0.6 meters versus 1 meter on the older EF model, while also promising better quality at close range, although don't expect that closer distance to give you bigger magnification. Due to their different optical designs, the actual magnification that you're going to achieve at their closest distances is actually almost identical. Meanwhile, the weather sealed barrel is for about 4mm wider than before and employs a larger 77mm filter thread, but as an L model it's also supplied with a lens hood. In terms of optical quality, Canon promises similar or better than the previous EF Mark II model, which bodes very well. So while the new RF 70-200mm f4 does claim to equal or even improve on the optical quality of what was already one of the sharpest tools in the box, it's more about its greater portability, particularly when you also take the EF adapter into account when using the old lens on an EOS R body. And that's all I can say until I test a final production sample, but I hope to fully review it by the time it goes on sale in early December, and if you subscribe to my channel, you'll be one of the first to know. In the meantime, you may also enjoy my other reviews of RF lenses on my channel, including the 70-200mm 2.8 and 100-500mm super zoom. So are you excited for this compact f4 zoom lens? Does the extending barrel tempt you for portability, or do you prefer the older model which zoomed internally? Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.